In our culture, we often say the eyes are windows to the soul. But when you commit to restraint, to preserving your vital energy, those eyes transform into mirrors of your willpower. Your face isn't just a collection of features. It's a signal flare, a map of your nervous system, a reflection of your hormonal equilibrium, and a testament to either your strength or your surrender. It's the first thing people notice when you walk into a room, the unspoken declaration of whether you've been chasing fleeting pleasures or honing yourself into a pillar of purpose. Let's talk about what's really going on here from the lens of evolutionary psychology. Humans are wired to read faces. It's a survival mechanism hardwired into our limbic systems. Symmetry, clear skin, a lean jawline, these aren't just superficial markers of good looks. They're indicators of a body optimized for survival, a system firing on all cylinders. Vascularity, muscle definition, a sharp posture. These are cues our ancestors used to assess who could hunt, fight, or endure. But the face? It reveals something deeper. It's the billboard of your internal state, a snapshot of whether your neuroendocrine system is thriving or just limping along. When a man constantly gives in to instant gratification, his body stays in a state of recovery, like a computer stuck in a reboot loop. Hormones go haywire. Prolactin surges, testosterone plummets, and the fallout is visible. You see it in the dullness of his eyes, the slackness of his posture, the faded energy in his presence. Brain fog creeps in, a byproduct of a dopamine system overwhelmed by artificial highs. It's like running a machine on low battery. Everything dims, everything slows. But when you choose restraint, when you refuse to collapse into that primal urge, something extraordinary happens. Your body shifts gears like a nation moving from chaos to calculated strategy. In NLP terms, you're rewriting the neural scripts that govern your behavior. Your system stops wasting energy on recovery and starts redirecting it toward optimization. This isn't just about physical health. It's about reclaiming your vitality, sharpening your mind, and polishing the vessel that carries you through life. So, what happens when you commit to this path for 90 days? Let's break it down with some precision. First, prolactin, the hormone that floods your system after indulgence, drops significantly. Lower prolactin means clearer thinking, faster testosterone recovery, and less systemic inflammation. This isn't just a mood boost, it's a full system upgrade. Your skin starts to clear, your nervous system stabilizes, and your energy feels less like a flickering bulb and more like a steady flame. At the same time, your dopamine baseline recalibrates. Dopamine isn't just the feel-good chemical. It's the driver of motivation, the force that dictates where your energy flows. When you stop hijacking your brain with constant pleasure hits, your reward system resets. Thoughts sharpen, creativity surges, and your drive returns with a vengeance. Because dopamine also influences muscle tone and emotional expression, your face begins to transform. It becomes brighter, more focused, more alive. You're not just feeling better, you're projecting coherence, a man in alignment with his purpose. This shift isn't just internal, it's visible. Your natural expressions return, unclouded by the haze of depletion. You stop looking like a man haunted by his own choices. Your skin, no longer inflamed by hormonal chaos, starts to glow. Not the artificial sheen of a skincare ad, but the quiet radiance of a system in balance. Poor sleep, often a side effect of elevated prolactin, stops sabotaging your recovery. Your blood carries oxygen more efficiently, your cells regenerate instead of just surviving, and that dullness you've been carrying? It fades. What emerges is a vibrancy that can't be faked, a signal of a man who's reclaimed his vitality. And then there's the eyes, portals to your essence, as the poets might say. When you preserve your energy, your spirit, your shen, in ancient terms, begins to shine through. A man who's drained scatters his spirit, his gaze flickers, lacks weight. But when you hold fast, that energy concentrates. Your eyes don't dart or beg. They hold. They see with clarity, with stillness, with a quiet fire that commands attention. This isn't about superficial charm. It's about embodying a presence that the world can't ignore. Women in particular notice this shift, even if they don't understand the science. Evolutionary psychology tells us they're drawn to men who signal control, direction, and resourcefulness, traits that scream survival value. Most men carry a subtle hunger in their faces, a restless energy that betrays their lack of self-mastery. But a man who practices restraint, his eyes are different, calm, clear, unbothered. He's not chasing approval or validation, he's radiating direction, and that absence of need is magnetic. It confounds, intrigues, and draws others in, not because you're trying, but because you've stopped trying to fill a void. This practice isn't just about biology. It's a spiritual discipline, a battle against the pull of instant gratification. Every day you choose to redirect that tension upward, you're reshaping yourself. You start to look like a man who can bear discomfort, who has depth, who's dangerous but composed. In a world obsessed with quick fixes, you become a rare ember, a slow-burning flame that people notice, even if they can't quite articulate why. Your face becomes a testament to this truth. It's not about chasing some unattainable ideal. It's about living in alignment with your higher calling. When you do, your body gets the signal to reorganize, to optimize itself for purpose, for legacy, for reproduction in the evolutionary sense. Your blood runs cleaner, your habits align, and your body transforms from a battlefield into a cathedral, a sacred space where spirit rises above instinct. It takes 90 days to see the shift, but the first sign comes sooner. One morning, you'll look in the mirror and feel something different. Not perfection, but progress. The shame that once lingered in your reflection starts to fade, replaced by the quiet pride of a man who's rising. Day by day, urge by urge, you're forging a version of yourself that matches the calling you feel deep in your soul. If you're still here, listening to this, I know that fire is already burning inside you, ready to blaze brighter. Your face will tell the story of your awakening, a man not just living, but thriving, with a presence that speaks louder than words. Keep going. The truth is already written in your eyes.